Welcome back to the channel USD Coins Coin Collectors, Treasure Hunters, and History Buffs. Today we are going to dive into one of the most intriguing United States coins that you might just have lying around in a jar or tucked away in some old pocket change. That's right. We are going to talk about the 1973 D. Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin, a penny that looks so common and ordinary at first glance but holds a secret treasure value that could change someone's life forever. First, let's go back in time to 1973. The United States was a very different place. Music was changing, movies were evolving, and coinage was going through its own subtle transformations. The penny of 1973 bears the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln on its obverse side, as all Lincoln cents have since 1909. It also features the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, introduced back in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. That D you see next to the date stands for Denver, the United States Mint facility where this coin was struck. The Denver Mint, located in Colorado, has been minting coins since 1906 and was famous for producing tens of millions of pennies annually to support the needs of commerce all across America. What makes the 1973 D. Lincoln penny so special? Well, the 1970s were a period of extremely high coin production, and most pennies from this time are considered very common. But as we all know, every once in a while, one very special coin is created due to rare errors, unique dies, or a very limited surviving quantity in high grade. That's exactly what happened with one particular 1973 D penny that went on to become one of the most expensive 1-cent coins ever sold. Collectors treasure coins like these for a reason. Every so often, someone discovers a perfectly preserved coin tucked away in a safe deposit box or sitting at the bottom of an old coffee can, and this is when the numismatic world holds its breath. Because these coins can be surprisingly valuable. The value of most 1973 D pennies is only a few cents at most if they are worn. Even in uncirculated condition, they may sell for $1 or $2. But a perfect example, a certified MS-67 red or better, can sell for hundreds of dollars, and then there's the absolute top of the spectrum. This is where things get incredibly exciting. A one-of-a-kind 1973 D penny was discovered with such pristine quality, perfect strike, radiant luster, and virtually zero blemishes that it was sold at auction for an eye-watering $460,000. That is nearly $500,000 for one penny. How could this possibly happen? Here is the secret. Coins like this are so rare that they defy expectations. When grading companies like PCGS or NGC certify a coin as one of the very top specimens, they assign it a numeric grade on the Sheldon scale up to 70. A coin that reaches MS-68 or MS-69 is virtually perfect. Very few coins survive in this kind of mint state condition because most pennies end up circulating in pockets and cash registers for decades. That's where the thrill of collecting comes in. Serious numismatists will compete fiercely at auctions to secure coins like this because they are the absolute pinnacle of any collection. The 1973 D. Lincoln penny that went for $460,000 was one of those absolute top-graded rarities. It had the perfect color, no distracting contact marks, a razor-sharp strike, and immaculate details. And what about the history? The Lincoln penny was introduced back in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, its portrait of Abraham Lincoln was revolutionary at the time, as it was the first time a president appeared on a regular issue United States coin. By the time 1973 rolled around, the penny had changed its reverse design to show the Lincoln Memorial, making it a tribute to both Lincoln's ideals and his lasting legacy in Washington, D.C. Millions and millions of 1973 D pennies were struck at Denver to keep up with the demand of everyday commerce. Over the years, most of those pennies would wear down, be damaged, or simply disappear into people's pockets forever. But collectors know that if you look carefully and grade professionally, the right coin can stand out as truly extraordinary. And so this is the story of one tiny piece of copper that traveled through nearly 5 decades to become one of the most valuable pennies on Earth. Think about it, what began as 1 cent in face value became a nearly $500,000 treasure. That's the magic of coin collecting. Every coin is a tiny artifact that tells a story of American history, commerce, and craftsmanship. And remember, if you ever come across a 1973 penny that looks uncirculated, it might just pay to take a closer look. Even if it isn't perfect, every coin is part of the rich tapestry of numismatic history. Maybe the next time you go through your change jar or sift through coins at a flea market, you'll find something incredible too. That's why collecting coins is more than just a hobby. It's a treasure hunt that connects us to the past and reminds us that sometimes the most valuable things come in the most surprising packages. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1973 Lincoln penny and its record-breaking value, be sure to like this video, subscribe for more coin stories, and leave a comment telling us about your favorite coin discovery. Until next time, keep your eyes open and happy hunting. Today we are going to embark on a truly exciting journey that takes us deep into the fascinating story of one of the most incredible coins to ever exist, the 1994 Liberty 1-cent coin. Buckle up because this is going to be one amazing ride into numismatic wonder. First, let us go back to the early 1990s, a time when America was in the middle of cultural shifts and rapid technological advancement. In 1994, the United States Mint was producing millions of pennies as they do every single year. However, unknown to most people, some of these coins would go on to become absolute treasures. The Liberty 1-cent coin holds a special place in the hearts of collectors, and for very good reason. The design of this coin features the revered profile of Abraham Lincoln, who graces the obverse of every penny since 1909, commemorating his 100th birthday. But the 1994 issue is not just another penny. It is part of an ongoing legacy celebrating freedom and leadership, and its pristine examples have captivated the numismatic community. Over the decades, the value of these coins has increased exponentially, especially those preserved in top-grade condition. What truly sets this coin apart is the rarity of certain error strikes or proof versions that may exist, which enhances its scarcity and desirability. The story of these coins is intertwined with American history, and they stand as tiny metallic witnesses to our past. When we talk about big money, this particular coin can fetch astonishing prices at auctions and sales. Today, pristine examples of the 1994 Liberty 1-cent coin can sell for as high as $215,000. That is right, you heard me, $215,000 for a single penny. This astronomical value is driven by the coin's rarity, historical significance, and the ongoing demand among serious collectors who are willing to pay a premium for a perfect piece. Of course, most of the pennies minted that year are still in circulation and worth only face value. However, there are a select few high-grade examples that have been carefully preserved and certified by professional coin grading services, and these are the ones commanding six-figure sums. It is the hunt for these elusive top-quality specimens that fuels the passion and dedication of collectors worldwide. So next time you come across a 1994 penny, take a closer look, because you just might be holding a small fortune in your hands. The rich history, the beauty of the design, and the prospect of significant value make this coin a true treasure of numismatics. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more incredible coin stories. Until next time, keep on collecting and cherishing these wonderful pieces of history.